President Biden complained about negative news coverage, suggesting it's to blame for his bad polling during an interview on MSNBC. "You're talking about real, practical solutions. Why do you think you don't get more credit for it? Why do you think your polling is where it is?" MSNBC's Stephanie Ruhle asked on Friday. Biden pushed back at the premise of the question, telling Ruhle presidents who've won re-election had bad polling numbers prior. "Put polling aside then," Ruhle said. "Sentiment in this country, despite all these wins, is not very good. All they've heard is negative news for 3 years. Everything is negative," Biden responded. "I'm not being critical of the press, but you turn on the television, the only way you're gonna get a hit is if there's something negative, you know. You don't anyway, that's number one. But number two, I think we're in a situation where you have much of what we were able to do is going to come into play now. For example, I set up what they call a second cabinet within my cabinet. I have an enforcement group," Biden continued. "They're the ones going out making sure that we're getting the roads built, the highways built, and getting the lead pipes out of every neighborhood so people aren't dying or getting very sick. They're the ones who are making sure that people begin to know what's happened and what's happening. It's gonna take time to get this done. Unless we can make it clear to the American people what it is that we've actually done. It's one thing to say we're going to rebuild this bridge that is in the process of collapsing, it's other things to actually get it built, and that's all just starting," he added. Ever since the chaotic military withdrawal from Afghanistan in August 2021, Biden's approval rating has been underwater, averaging at roughly 43% in recent weeks, according to Il Clear Politics. Biden, who officially announced last week he was seeking re-election, was asked whether an 82-year-old Joe Biden would be the right person for Americans to put behind the Resolute desk once again in 2024. "Because I have acquired a hell of a lot of wisdom," Biden responded. "And I know more than the vast majority of people. I'm more experienced than anybody has ever run for the office, and I think I've proven myself to be honorable as well as also effective." Hunter Biden gets off plane with President. Ruhle later asked how potential criminal charges from the DOJ against his son Hunter could impact his presidency. "First of all, my son's done nothing wrong," Biden told Ruhle. "I trust him, I have faith in him, and it impacts my presidency by making me feel proud of him.